How do you deal with negative people who say insulting things about your music? Hurt people. So the main problem here is that people that have been treated poorly, and look, it's not, I'm not making excuses for people. If some people are just dicks, but a lot of the time it's people that have been hurt and they've been raised or brought up in an environment where it's okay to talk down to people. It's okay to belittle people. It's okay to be abusive towards people. And what they do is they're hurt. So to make themselves feel better, they go out and seek out other people to hurt them as well. So hurt people hurt people. So what I try to do most of the time is throw a little empathy and sympathy their way. Think, hey, sucks to be you. I get it. You shouldn't be coming after me, but it's probably nothing to do with me. It is more to do with you. And when I say you, I mean the person doing the harmful stuff. It is more about them than it ever is about you. Because normal people, normal, and I use the word normal loosely, but kind, caring, compassionate people simply don't behave that way at all. Sometimes if they're younger, so a lot of the times, a lot of the weird comments I get, I'm like, are you 12? You're probably 12. And you shouldn't have a YouTube account because you have to be 13. So that's sort of one side of it. But if it's a grown ass adult, but they're still behaving in that way, I don't surround myself with people that do that. And the hostility and the conflict, I had it in my list here to talk about the drama and the conflict. I've been following a couple of things. Like, I usually don't get involved in drama and conflict, but there was one particular drama and conflict that was about a plug-in. And one person said a plug-in in a particular door did a thing, and one person said it didn't do a thing. And there's blows up into a big thing. And I'm like, who has the time and energy to give a crap about it to that level? And B, what are you doing here, people? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, if you want to use something and it works for you, why are you arguing with other people about whether they should use it or not? What interest, what investment do you have in it? Like, it makes no sense. So I know that was a bit of a long way to go to say, don't worry about it, but really, don't worry about it. Find other communities. And look, you're going to get people in a public space. As soon as you start sharing your music publicly, and YouTube is public, Spotify is public, all these places are public, you are going to get people that do that. But they're going to be the vast minority. The vast majority of folks are going to be supportive, and especially if you choose the right communities to hang out in, they're going to be supportive. If you go to some of the other forums where there's some less compassionate and less empathetic people, then yeah, you're going to have a harder time. When people are starting to make negative comments about me, because they'll say things like, oh, GarageBand's a piece of crap and I can't believe you use it, you're a fool. My response is usually, you seem nice, we should totally hang out. Like, I just love that diffusing, because what do they want? That's the other thing. I'll talk about this and then we'll move on. The other thing these people want is a reaction. If they get radio silence, or if they just get a confusing quip back, they got nowhere to go. And I just love confusing. I love confusing teenage like trolls because they don't get it. They don't understand what I'm talking about. And especially because I'm Australian, I'll use some words that they don't really understand. And then they'll be like, what? Mate, you're a bloody legend. We should totally hang out for a couple of frothies. And then they'll be like, what are you saying, man?